everybody. Just a minute late because I had to get situated. Hey, Southern Mom, Katie, how are y'all doing this morning? I've had a hell of a morning. Dogs woke me up early this morning. A damn bear had tore my gate off my porch, broke my trash can, tore my trash up. I had to pick up all that. Hey, Angel, good morning. How are you? I'm still trying to get used to this StreamYard. Plus, I had to feed chickens, get my hubby off to work. I did 2 videos, so I've had a busy morning. Just took my dogs out, let them back in, got Skylar situated back here on the bed so she'd shut up. I'm glad you made the live. So I was going to do a discussion about Charles Manson, the women, but I didn't get to finish the documentary I was watching on Oxygen, which is great, y'all. It interviews the women, a couple of the women that weren't implicated in the murders, weren't involved in the murders. They interview them. Very, very interesting. But I had to pause that because my show, 90 Day Fiance the Other Way, was coming on, and then I fell asleep. So I did get some notes taken on it, but not enough to have a good discussion. So this morning, as I was trolling the internet, People Magazine is like one of my favorite places to go look at true crime, what's going on. And I come across these new Watts articles. I know I said I'd never do another Watts video. I will not a pre-recorded video. No. But as far as like reading an article to y'all on a live stream discussing it, I don't care to do that. But you won't catch me doing Watts stuff. Unless it's something, like if it was something new or something. This is kind of new since it is the anniversary of these murders. So I'm just going to go ahead and read the article. People can watch the replay. So this one, it says, Killer Dad Chris Watts is tormented by his past in prison, says sources. Hey, Verbal. So, Verbal, if you didn't hear me, I'm going to read some two People Magazine articles about the Watts case, since it is the anniversary. I know, y'all, I'm a hypocrite. I said I never do a Watts video. I won't, a pre-recorded one, but I don't care to discuss it like on a live stream every now and then. Okay, so it says, yeah, I know it is over and done with, but in the media, this case is never going to be over and done with. So it says, 1 year ago today, Chris Watts did the unthinkable. On August 13th, 2018, the Colorado dad killed his 15 weeks pregnant wife and their 2 young daughters. He first strangled his wife, Shanann, who was 15 weeks pregnant with the couple's third child. Then, with her body in the back of his truck, he drove to a remote oil site with his sleeping daughters, Bella 4, Celeste 3, in the back seat. Before burying Shanann in a shallow grave, Watts said he smothered Celeste in the back seat right next to Bella. After dumping Celeste's body in an oil tank, he returned to smother Bella, who begged for her life. He then stashed her body in another oil tank. A source familiar with Watts tells People Magazine that he has finally taken responsibility for his actions. He has nothing to do but think, says the source. He thinks about what he did every day. He is tormented by his past and the mistakes he made. At the time of the murders, Watts was having an affair with a co-worker, Nicole Kessinger, aka North Korea. Kessinger cooperated with police and said she thought Watts was separated while they were dating. Watts didn't immediately admit to his actions. According to an arrest affidavit, Chris allegedly said that after he told Shanann he wanted to separate when she got back from a work trip, he saw her strangling the 3-year-old Celeste while their 4-year-old Bella lay blue and apparently lifeless on her bed. In response, Chris allegedly claimed he went into a rage and strangled Shanann. But authorities didn't buy this shocking explanation. As the case headed for trial, Watts, now 34, pleaded guilty to all 3 killings. He is currently serving 5 life sentences without the possibility of parole. But in a February 18th interview from inside prison, Watts gave chilling details of the murders to authorities from the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. He said his wife Shanann may have been praying as he strangled her to death inside their bedroom. He said he then drove his wife's body to his job site where he buried it in a shallow grave as his daughters waited in the car. Then he smothered both girls. I'd say, a normal person would be tormented and think about what they did, but a normal person don't kill their wife, pregnant wife, and their 2 daughters. I would like to think that he is tormented by what he done. He ought to be. Hey, Dova. Hey, Remy. Remy, I may be getting a turkey. Hey, Mel Mel. I can't believe it's been a year either. They said some of those guys that had to recover the girls' bodies were still messed up from that, Remy. Yeah. PTSD. Thanks, Mel Mel. I read that they said that holidays and birthdays and stuff were the worst for Chris. Well, what about Shanann's family? How do you think they feel? We're going to read how they feel a year later. It says 1 year after the murders of Shanann Watts and her 2 girls, it's all the family thinks about. On August 13th, 2018, Chris Watts made a series of decisions that ultimately ended in the murders of his 34-year-old wife, Shanann, and their 2 daughters, Bella and Celeste, and their unborn child. A year later, friends and family are still mourning the tragic and violent killings and remembering the vibrant young mother and the 2 adorable girls who were taken too soon. On the 1-year anniversary, the family will spend the day in reflection of Shanann and the girls, a family source tells People. It's all the family thinks about, says the insider. This has changed their lives forever. Meanwhile, Chris Watts sits in a Wisconsin prison after pleading guilty to murdering his pregnant wife and 2 daughters. He is serving life in prison without parole. I think they misworded that or something. On February 18th, Watts met with investigators to provide chilling new details about the murders. In his confession, he said him and Shanann had sex after she returned from a business trip from Arizona. Hours later, he jumped on her after a fight in which he told her he didn't love her anymore and threatened to leave him and take the children. And Watts said he snapped. Do y'all really, how do y'all feel now, all these months later? Do y'all feel like Chris snapped or he premeditated this? Me too, Remy. I feel like, I mean, he has had a lot of time to think. He has to know, like a normal person would know, what he done is like unforgivable, horrific, like the worst thing you could ever do. I mean, he has to know that by now, you would think. Premeditated, Angel says. BS, never believed they had sex. I wonder when they done her autopsy if they checked. I guess they didn't have any reason to check anything like that. As much as I hate Chris Watts, his family didn't do it or help, so I don't see why they should be painted the same way as him. I can't imagine if my kids did something like that. I feel the same way, Verbal. I didn't really care for Cindy Watts's interview she did that time, talking about Shanann. This is before Chris pled guilty. I believe may have been around the same time. I'm not sure. I didn't care for that, but she didn't make her son, or she didn't tell her son to do that, you know. But I thought her interview was very, very unclassy, the way she talked about Shanann. I know some people saying that she was just being truthful, but still, man, it's pretty tacky. He is a loser, piece of shit. He wanted a new life with his side chick. He couldn't deal with the financial stuff either. Shanann had a coffin birth. Oh my, what does that mean, Remy? Cindy Watts is an A. Oh, I agree. She is, Remy. I totally agree with that. But I don't think that she should be blamed for the murders, or they should get death threats or anything like that. I do not care for the lady, but I couldn't imagine having a child that's done something like this. I mean, I can't even imagine. A year ago, I thought he had snapped, but now I've changed my mind and think it was planned. Nico expelled because of gases in the body. Oh, is that what that means? Oh, okay. Thank you, Angel. I know, Southern Mom. I said I wasn't going to talk about it. I'm not going to do no pre recorded videos, but I was going to do Manson, the women discussion about the new Oxygen documentary, which is great. But I got to take some more notes before I can. I bet she does too, Verbal. I bet. I mean, if she's any kind of person with a caring heart, she would regret not trying to have a better relationship with Shanann, and some of the things that she said to Shanann. I believe the problem was that Shanann was very outspoken in things, and Cindy probably took jabs at Shanann, and Shanann would say shit back to her, would respond. She wouldn't just let her by with it. And I think Shanann had a problem with, I think Shanann thought they treated the other grandkids, I guess Chris's sister's kids, better than Bella and Celeste. But you have to remember the grandkids, Chris's sister's kids, live closer, so they're always around them. But I can see Shanann's side of that too. I mean, that probably make me feel that way too, just to be honest. Yeah, I mean, just to be quite honest, I thought the nut thing was a little bit over the top. I mean, I wouldn't have responded that way about it. If I wanted to say something about it, I always say stuff in a nice way. But I just think Shanann did not like Cindy. Cindy did not like Shanann, and it's facts. I mean, it's the way it seemed. So I kind of think it was both of their faults. You know, and I didn't think telling Chris says that Shanann said, I think, said not to talk to his parents or something. I don't think things like that's right. He should have stood up and said, like, no, I'm still going to talk to my parents. We're going to sit down and we're all going to work this out. That's what Chris should have done. He should have had to sit down with his mother and Shanann and try to fix the relationship. Exactly, verbal. I agree with that. But in any relationship, it takes two. So I just feel, Cindy and Shanann could have done better with the relationship. But Remy says it's hard to get along with in laws. Cindy didn't attend their wedding because she and Shanann just didn't get along. Lady, you don't miss your son's wedding. She couldn't cut the cord. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty shitty. I see. I don't know what all went on with that. Wasn't like Cindy or Jamie Watts supposed to send out some wedding invitations and didn't, or messed up some food or something like that? If anybody wants to come on, they can. I'll post the link. Katie, I've tried over and over with the in laws. We used to get along, but we do not and have not in a long while. I can't blame her. Yeah, I mean, it takes two. I mean, sometimes it's just hard. Thank God my mother in law is the best. She is the best person in the world. She does not butt into our business. I mean, she's always buying me stuff. I mean, just little things, which buying people stuff don't matter. That's not what I'm saying. But, if she's out and she sees something that's got a rooster on it or a peace sign, she will pick it up for me. Um, she gives me money on my birthday and on Mother's Day and all that. She is the greatest. She really is. I freaking dread for my son to start dating and wanting to get married because you know how women are sometimes. No offense to us ladies, but there's Andrew made it. I don't like my daughter in law. You got a daughter in law, Remy? Oh, if you didn't like your daughter in law. Oh, okay. Yeah, my mother in law's awesome, Katie. I'm lucky. I have dated people that's mothers were awful, though. Just awful. Their sons done no wrong. Don't care if they hit you, talk to you like a dog. Mothers would still take up for them. My mom is like that with my brother, and I tell her that shit is not right. I do not take up for my brother when he says shit to my sister in law. Right's right and wrong's wrong. I tell him, you don't need to talk to her that way. My boyfriend's mom will get me stuff on holidays, but I don't care about that. Just pay attention to my kid. Exactly. Oh, really, Dove? I'm sorry to hear that. Good morning, Lori. My mother in law, anything that we need, you know, she gets. Like, like I needed a hot water heater the other day. She went and got it. I mean, that's just the way that she is. I guess she babies my hubby. Anything. But they have like a Lowe's card and he like gets a discount. But my husband does all their, yard work and all that. His dad is like this. As long as you're trying to help yourself, I'll help you in any way I can. Oh, there's Drama What? I'm glad she's here. I would rather lose a limb than gain a spouse. Andrew, yeah, right. You just not met the right lady. Or man, whichever. Verbals agreeing with Andrew. You guys have just not met the right person. Oh, you're backstage. Okay. Oh, really, I keep forgetting you got to add these people.
Hey, everybody. Hi, Cece. You're going to hear a little kid in the background, so.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, here's Mel. Mel, I first thought you were a troll because it said, who's your mom or something.
If everybody doesn't mind, I got a 4-year-old. You're going to hear him. But get over it.
We don't care about stuff like that here because we're not professional.
Hold on.
I'm only going to be here quickly. I just wanted to touch on something that you said regarding your brother and your sister-in-law.
Yeah.
My ex-boyfriend would whoop my ass, and his mom would be like, "What did you do to provoke him?" I'm like, "Lady, are you out of your goddamn mind?"
Yeah.
Who does that?
Yeah.
I think Cindy. I think Cindy Watts was just coddling him.
Yeah. Sorry, I was interrupting you. I'm so rude.
Mm-mm.
No, I had a boyfriend in high school that was he was like 24 years old, and I was like 15 when I started dating him.
Jeez.
Yeah, anyways, he dragged me down the stairs and outside through the yard, through my engagement ring in the ditch. His mom and dad came outside. His dad made him quit, but she's like, "What did you do to provoke him?" And I was like, "Are you serious?" I even thought that in my head at that age. Are you serious, woman?
Oh, yeah. No, I spent 12 years in that relationship from the time I was 15 until the time I was 26 and a half, 27. And to be honest, with Cindy Watts, my problem with her is, every mother loves their son.
Right.
And, it's hard to cut that cord. But Chris Watts is, how would you say, he needed to be controlled in a way. He needed that, in my opinion, hard-ass woman, that strong woman, because that's all he ever knew. And I think with Shanann and Cindy, they didn't mix because they're both outspoken and both, controlling in a way. They were both controlling. I can't believe it's been a year.
I can't.
I really can't.
I can't
it's
either.
So sad.
I would have never met you guys without that case.
It's all Chris Watts' fault.
Yeah.
Freaking Chris Watts.
Yeah, but I feel blessed to have met the people I have on YouTube, the good people.
Why does Mel look so angry?
She's always angry. She's mean.
Oh, did I get kicked? Oh, there she is.
No, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. I don't like the StreamYard.
Melmel's trying to figure out how to get her head into the frame without going
I see you.
Like this. Yeah, because I've turned it upside down now.
Oh, no, wait, go a little. You're right, you're dead center. Well, no, wait.
I was.
Where'd you go?
I can fix it like that.
The screen automatically rotates. It does. No one can control it. Diane was saying that you can't. Now I see CC as what looks like a cue ball for a pool table, but okay. But yeah, you're perfect right there.
Well, there's different ways
don't move.
You can arrange the people on here.
Yeah, see, the screen just changed for me. But I can see you're dead center. And
Cece's playing with buttons, that's why.
Yeah.
She's always playing with buttons. I've installed StreamYard and Streamlabs. I think Streamlabs it's a little bit better, but back on Shanann and it just sucks for them. And and I'll say this again, and I'm sorry if I offend anyone, the Watts can still go visit their son. He's still living, still
Yeah.
breathing.
They still have grandchildren too.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Exactly. Shanann's parents have lost everything except
Mhm.
for their son.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I think it's really shitty that certain people say that, well, maybe Shanann killed the kids, and that's their opinion. That's fine, but in my opinion, I don't believe that. I
Me
just
either.
don't.
I do not believe
I
that either.
don't agree with that. I really don't. And what I don't think it was premeditated, like days in advance. I think it was he killed Shanann in a fit of rage, and obviously he had said that Bella walked in, saw it, not the actual act, but I mean, the guy said he was dragging his wife down the stairs in a sheet. Come on,
But
man.
Remy, like in the transcript, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says they asked him if there was any sound or if she struggled, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said no. She
Maybe
just
I
lay
think
there
she was
like she was.
asleep.
No, wait. He said no. She just laid there like she was asleep or something. Then he says in the next question that they asked him, did Bella come in? He said yes. She must have heard something.
So
That makes me
he's
think that
lying.
she did actually struggle.
Yeah,
That's
no,
why
I definitely
think
think,
he
or she.
killed Bella and Celeste is because that Bella walked in.
Mm-hmm, that's my thought process as well, because maybe she heard, thrashing and not actual like sounds from Shanann.
They were
But
live
And
that's
sleepers.
still fighting back to me though. That's
no,
still.
absolutely.
But he says she didn't struggle at all.
I think I've been choked, not like, killed or anything because I'm still here, but
Yeah.
I've been choked, thrown in a closet in a towel and choked. And when somebody has their hands around your neck, you can't scream. You can't breathe. And
No.
so when that happens, there's kicking and thrashing, and eventually, from my experience, you put your hands around the person's wrists. And in my case, I just stared at them.
Cece, you had a similar thing, didn't you?
Yes. My first husband, was very abusive. He actually had me pinned up against the bedroom wall. It was actually behind the door, the way the bedroom is made. And he was choking me. And all I could think about was, I can't breathe. People think
Exactly.
they all this runs through their mind. Nothing ran through my mind, but I can't breathe. And his hands was
And
around
I'm going to die.
yes, I'm going to die. And he released me. I was gasping for air. And he said the only reason he did is because a tear rolled down my cheek.
That's kind of the same
That was
situation that happened with me. And I gave a swift kick. I have very long legs and strong legs, and I kicked him in the stomach. And I said, no, I'm not going to die this way. I'm too much of a bee to go out this way.
I
I'm
was
going out
trying to
fighting.
get his hands out from around my throat. I mean, I thought he was going to, I really thought I was going to die. He about killed me.
And I
That's
thought
exactly how I thought.
Chris actually had a scratch on his neck as well.
That's what I thought.
He did.
Because then I look at the pictures that he had taken of him by the police for defensive wounds and, from Shanann, like scratching at him or anything. But in my mind, everybody has this preconceived notion of what someone is going to do in that predicament. It's not what you think.
Right.
No, you panic. You do panic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was panicked.
I know, like I said, for me, I just wrapped my hands around his wrist, like, get off of me. And that's it. I just thought, I'm not dying this way. One, I'm not dying naked. Two, you ain't doing this to me, so no. But
Right.
that's I just feel
Anyway,
so bad.
I just thought I'd put that in because it was something that I thought before that had been said that there was no noise made and she didn't struggle, but she must have, because What
She
else
had
would have
to have.
woken the
And that
baby
was
up?
that bed frame that they had was huge. You would hear, like, whether the bed frame knocked against the wall or something falling over, maybe she thrashed around, knocked over the light on the bedside table, something like that. You would hear that. And she said the kids were very light sleepers.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
but that's it. I'm going to hop off. CC, I got to run.
Okay, girl. Thank you for hopping on. And
Oh,
giving
no problem.
opinions
Good
and
luck with your turkey. Don't get a male. Get a female.
Oh, the
You really
turkey.
need a turkey, Cece? You really need a turkey?
Yeah, I do. I want to show Sunny what's up.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the turkeys are huge.
You're going to start a fight club?
Maybe.
All right, have a good day, guys. Nelma, have a good night. I know
See
it's
ya.
nighttime there, right? All right, bye.
Bye, Remy.
I only came up because I thought no one else did. So everyone's probably sick of seeing my face after last night.
No,
But
no, we all love
I'm the
you.
only face you can see. So I'm
Yeah,
here.
nobody else will call in. I'm gonna
So
quit. I'm gonna quit YouTube if y'all don't start calling in and talking to me.
all right, so Cece, let's do it like this. You talk, and I'm gonna move my mouth for you. Okay?
Okay, Meow Meow. So what are we going to talk about?
There you go. How'd that work?
That worked. Verbal
What do you want to talk about? First, I have to yell at drama. What? I've been trying to find you everywhere, Missy. I've left you email, notes on your videos.
Yeah, I left her one too.
Yeah, and I said last night, has anybody seen her? And then I said in my chat, has anybody seen her? You know, you guys become like a family to us. We need to know everyone's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
when we don't see the people regularly uploading or in the chat, we get worried. And have you heard from Healing with Woods Woman?
No, that's one person I haven't heard. I'm not in private contact with her though, so
Well,
I haven't seen Critters either. But when I see Critters next, I will be sure to ask.
Drama Watts said she's got ducks and she's going to show them to us.
Oh,
I want ducks, but my hubby said that would be mean because we don't have a pond. And I said, well, I could get on one of those big blue plastic swimming pools because ducks have to swim to remain healthy.
Yeah, but I had 2 pet ducks that blew in with a storm one year, and I kept them, of course. And I had a kiddie swimming pool.
Yeah,
and it was right outside of my sliding glass doors, and I'd clean those doors, fill the pond up. They'd go straight in there and wreck the whole place. It was such a mess.
Oh my goodness!
And they shit everywhere, Cece.
So do the chickens.
Yeah, but that's little compared to what a duck can do. I'm just telling you right now.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think I'm just going to get a turkey. We had a turkey when I was growing up. My uncle did, and I had to walk past it to go to my cousin's house. And that thing was so mean. It would chase me. And my little cousin, Brandon, he was mean. And he peed in that turkey's mouth one time, or in its face. And that turkey's face turned blue and it started attacking him. It was hilarious. My cousin was only like about 7 years old at the time.
Mm-hmm. Jeez. I mean, if you're going to do that, those things can get vicious. They all can. I've seen chickens go nuts. So
there's a goose that lives down the road, Alex, and a duck. They have a big pond they swim in. And I can hear that thing all the way up here. They are very loud.
I'm just because you know how sometimes channels have lists about people.
Yeah,
I'm making a list right now.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
What are you making a list for? What's it say? It's blurry. Smacked. Button list. Megan's birthday travel.
Smacked bottom list, CC.
Oh, smack bottom list. Oh.
Yep. They're the people who are on my smacked bottom list. They're going to get one.
Medusa's child. Hey, I love the name Medusa. My mother had turkeys. They were horribly mean. Chase the dog, evil birds. I know. I want it to go up against my rooster. No.
This is going to backfire against you. You know that.
I
right?
have
They're
not
gonna be
gained
best
the
friends.
courage to face Sunny yet. It was hot. I was going to wear my husband's coverall so I didn't get all scratched up by his feet. But it was so hot yesterday. And I want to wait till a time like I can go over there and set up something I can put my camera on, facing the enclosure as I go in and face Sunny. And I'm going to wait till it's not when I don't have to feed them, because Sunny's very aggressive when it comes to food. This morning I was filling up the water bucket from outside of the fence, and he was ducking his head under the water. It was crazy.
They're going to both end up after you. I can see you making videos that Joshy will absolutely think are hilarious because you'll be getting chased by a turkey and his best friend, Sunny.
I know it. Oh, I've got a bug zapper. It looks like a little miniature tennis racket. Verbal.
What do you need a bug zapper for?
Sunny, I can zap him off like a taser. Rooster taser.
No.
I know,
Whose idea was that?
Poor Laverne. That son of a gun let her get killed.
Who said that? Verbal.
Verbal? Him and Andrew come up with some good stuff. They
Oh my God. A bug zapper.
Be a rooster,
Alex
rooster zapper.
Alex reckons a tennis racket bug zapper.
Oh yeah. I got a fly swat. He makes me so mad. He tries to attack the fence. I take the fly swat and hit at the fence. Try to get him back, but I think that makes him mad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got a fly swat. I hang it on the outside of the enclosure. Hey, Donna. How are you, Donna?
Actually, Donna, I remember.
I'm going to, Sharon. I'm going to set up a camera when I go in.
You're going to have to.
Gosh, it's going to be so hot because I got insulated coveralls I'm going to put on. I am not getting scratched up. I told my hubby, I said, well, it's the chicken man's fault. Dakota that came and blew up Sunny's butt. He was telling me. And this guy up the road just had a rooster spur break off with him. He told me about it. I'm scared to death.
Oh my God.
Y'all gonna get PETA after your channel? Yeah, probably.
My face is all red. That's hilarious. He blew up the chicken's butt.
Yeah, it gets their adrenaline rushing. He didn't put
I don't think he needs
his lip
that.
right on. That's the way they do it to chicken fights. When those roosters go down, they'll blow up their butt, gets their adrenaline rushing. He didn't stick his mouth on his butt. He just held him upside down, lifted his tail feathers, and blew real hard.
Yeah, I never said that. I never said that happened, CC. Come on.
I was just telling everybody so they wouldn't think he had his lips on a chicken's ass.
Why does the conversation always go downhill when I'm up here?
I don't know. We got to attract jokes. We're trying depressing.
Well, you should have heard the end of my live last night. It was freaking hilarious. Even if you just watched the last 5 minutes, that's enough.
I'll go watch it.
And it was Megan's birdie. That's why she's on my list. Oh God, this stupid iPad needs to stay where it is.
Oh, Verbal.
So when are we going to do the?
Awesome. Verbal's going to write a cartoon about me and Sunny. That's going to be awesome.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Verbal's got his picture there. Well, he's handsome. I mean, no offense.
Nice nails.
Yeah, nice nails. I know, Valerie. I need my knee surgery bad. I'm not even.
You really do.
For pain this morning. I only take Norotins anyways and Advil, but deal.
Can you try and get a like ask them and see, like, get an estimate of what it's going to actually cost, so we can do a GoFundMe or something?
Oh God, dude. It would probably cost a lot of money to have knee surgery.
Well, then we'll start. Yeah, I know, but I mean, anything would help.
Oh gosh, I hate to have a GoFundMe. You know how
I know. Well, we won't call it
I
that.
don't
We'll
like
call
asking
it.
for stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but well, you're not really. Someone else is for you.
Oh Lord, I would have to go to the doctor, get my MRI reports, post them up for everybody to see and everything. How these people are on YouTube.
Yeah, that's
I have
true.
to take the camera to the knee doctor.
It's sort of sad in a way. I
Awful.
get it, but it's sort of sad in a way that it's gotten to that point.
Hey, if I ever had like a GoFundMe, I really would do that because of how people have been scamming and stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta make coffee. Sorry, guys.
I could do it for you. I could do the surgery as Dr.
Do the
Mel.
surgery? Oh my goodness. I'd be dead.
I don't think so, Cece. I think you'd be quite surprised. I have hidden talents.
Oh my God. This reminds me. I did a video this morning of this guy that had his wife a meth party.
Was she already dying or something? What the hell happened there? I just saw the title of that and I was like, what?
Hold on 1 second. Let me get my coffee pot refilled here.
Okay, if anyone missed it, this guy had a meth party for his wife and she died.
He called it a death party.
A death party. Yeah.
I don't know what exactly was wrong with her, but she had been in a nursing home and he checked her out against medical advice, and they went home and they had a death party. It was painted like on a sign or on the wall or something, and they did meth, listened to their favorite music, had sex, and she OD'd for meth, started having convulsions, foaming at the mouth. He let her OD and die. They found her like January 24th.
What a way to go.
The day, I know. They were probably doing this on my birthday, which is January 23rd, is what I was thinking this morning. I thought, wow, crazy people. But he said she wanted to die.
Well, she probably did. I mean, if she was in a nursing home, obviously that would mean that she would have been, what do they call it? Like, terminal end of sort of, that's when they put them in nursing homes, isn't it? If you've got no one to look after you or someone can't care for you at home?
Yeah.
Is it convalescing? No? I can't remember the name for it.
I don't know. I'm wondering.
Great. Now Brenda wants a new freaking knee as well.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Brenda's got everything new in her body. She's had so many surgeries. It's not even funny. She's only like 30-some years old, like early 30s, I believe. She's had like
back
all
off,
kinds
Brenda.
of surgeries.
It's CC's turn now, Brenda.
Yeah, back off, Brenda.
I know Remy says go get that knee surgery, which she can't though. She can't afford it. I feel so bad for you guys over there. If my knee was like that, I might have to wait. I might have, depending on the severity of it, I might have to wait for a year at most, probably. But it wouldn't cost me.
Right.
To get it done.
You can look at mine, like underneath it, there's like this permanent hump, which is like fluid or something. And then I have tendonitis set up in my Achilles heel because I've been walking on this injured leg. And it sucks. That tendonitis, that shit, man, that shit hurts. That it does. Really hurts.
I used to have it really bad in my wrists.
I have to use pain cream all the time.
Drama What says he looked like he had OD'd. That
I
guy,
know he looks
like an alien or something.
He must have been strung out on meth, because one night of meth wouldn't make someone look like he looked. He looked like damn Walking Dead.
He looked like he was like, yeehaw!
Meth is freaking the devil's drug.
It is. It's really bad.
It has ruined my brother's lives, both of them. Both of my brothers, my younger brother and my older brother.
It's ruined whole freaking, towns.
I know. This is a very small community. It's a coal mining area, coal mining town, and it has took over this whole area. People went from pain pills to meth because they know how to do the shake and bake. We just go to Lowe's and get them some stuff and make it.
Yep. Shake and bake.
Yeah, they can spend $60 or $70 on the stuff to make them a bunch of meth.
Wow.
That'll do them a while, or they sell. It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
Brenda's only 30, Cece.
Brenda's only 30. Well, that's what I meant. 30 something, early 30s.
I thought you said 39.
She was 32. I thought she was 32.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh, thanks. Is that valid?
I wish I was 30.
What happened to my comments? Oh, I don't want to. This on the side here, it has like you can send people private messages.
Oh.
Private chat. All you do
I
is
would never do that.
No, unless you're sending somebody private. I don't think it'd be rude to be sitting there chatting privately with someone in the chat and everybody else. You know what I mean? There.
I just know my luck that it would get posted onto the screen or something.
Yeah. Well, don't talk bad about people, Mel.
I'm not saying that I would, but I actually once wrote this 3-page essay of an email about someone.
Mm-hmm.
And trust me, they deserved it, but I accidentally sent it to them.
Oh my God. What did you say?
Oh, it was bad.
Do you own it?
Oh yeah, but they deserve every bit of it. It was about my father. And I sent it to my girlfriend. And I was telling my girlfriend reasons why I wouldn't stay at their house with my children. So you can only imagine. But I accidentally sent it to him.
Oh my goodness. That would have been
awkward.
Awful. I would have been.
It's not the only time I've done it either. I think I did it twice.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I hate when shit like that happens.
But you know what?
Or you send someone a private email and they share it with everybody on YouTube or something. I don't do shit like that.
Even if I was friends with someone,
right,
and then that friendship disintegrated or something like that, I still wouldn't even do that. I just don't get there's still that sense of loyalty or, keeping things to yourself. Right. I don't know.
There's just certain things that I don't do, that I don't believe in. I just don't like snitches. And I wouldn't, even if I was mad at someone, I wouldn't go on YouTube, make a video with their emails or send them to someone for them to make a video. I just don't believe in doing shit like that.
Snitches get stitches, Cece.
Exactly.
I heard that.
Exactly. My son told me that one day, and I was like, oh my God, where did you hear that? And he's like, on a movie.
Andrew says, don't go spitting on your Doberman if you're in private chat.
That's right. That right there, that woman really pissed me off spitting on that dog. The spitting part's really what got to me.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. I don't know what I was watching. I must have looked away or something. I didn't see.
I did a video.
All I saw was her push. I know I watched it, but I was like, where did she spit
when she holds him down on the ground, she spits on him.
Oh, really? I must have missed that.
I would love to hold that bitch down on the ground and spit on her. I'd do more than spitting.
I bet you would. You'd put Sunny onto her.
It's like she had no respect for that animal. Like he didn't have no feelings.
Yeah.
No.
But the thing was that
as we say here, a big old dog like that could tear her a new asshole.
The dog actually looked like it really loved her. Like it kept going back and looked like it was playing.
Like lady is. If you sit down in the damn floor with a dog that's active like that, they're going to act like that because you're down on their damn level. She's an idiot. She's a rich YouTuber. She should have had the dog took to a trainer and had him trained since he is a bigger dog like that, because obviously she doesn't know how to handle him. And she actually, in one part of the video, you can see her when she's sitting on the floor. She actually draws back at him like she's going to punch him. He kind of flinches a little bit.
Yeah. I only watched it once. Jojo. Jojo is actually me. It's my face. CC's the little white dot over there. It's all right.
Do you think the dog took it as personally as we did? Hell no, he didn't, Verbal. But that damn sure pissed me off, I'm telling you. I don't like stuff like that. I get aggravated with my dogs. I'll yell at them, and I'll clap my hands like that. But I'd never do what she did. And the way she was pushing on him. I mean, what did she expect? She mistreated her dog because she wanted to do a damn YouTube video. Yeah. And he wasn't cooperating.
Don't work with animals and children. That's what they say.
Yeah, if you don't have patience. She's just a face.
Exactly.
Happy, bubbly on her channel, but that's not the real Brooke.
No. Look, there is not many people who are... Okay, there's not many really popular YouTubers, and I'm talking like in the millions subscriber channels, who are real. I don't know if it's just me thinking that, but I've noticed that a lot of the people who get really popular are the ones who live their lives how they think other people would like to live their life. You know what I mean?
Right.
Do you get what I'm not good at saying what I'm thinking.
Oh, people will do anything. They're just fake. They'll do anything.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They sell their souls to the devil for money.
People love watching drama, and people love watching people who are living the high life and, luxury and all that sort of stuff. And a lot of those YouTubers, that's what their channels are sort of like. And it's like, I'm never going to get anywhere because I'm just feral and normal.
Well, I mean, I actually like people that don't do all those professional videos. They don't have to be so professionally edited. Just a normal, regular video I'm happy with. I've been watching like a lot of homesteading videos. There's a lot of homesteaders that have channels. Very interesting. I learned a lot about chickens from them.
Jojo, we're talking about everything.
Yeah, we were talking about the Watts murders. Read a couple People magazine articles. Sometime this week, I'm going to try to do the Manson, the women behind Manson. I got all kinds of notes, but it just still wasn't enough because they were just like a bunch of women.
Yeah, there's one of them who's still got crazy eyes.
And kind of when we talk about the Manson girls, I guess that will lead into an abuse discussion, mental abuse, brainwashing. You know how cults do.
Yeah.
But, as I was listening to these Manson women last night, I could relate to them. Like they felt like, I know I did when I was younger, like I was alone in the world. Lost, but I didn't join a damn cult.
No one understands them, but he did.
But they all had the same story. Their home life sucked.
Yep.
Yeah. One of those women, her name was Blue. I can't remember her real name. I have it wrote down. Man, she's still supporting Manson. Squeaky still supporting Manson. I thought she would be the one doing the interview saying crazy stuff, but she wasn't. It was the one named Blue. She had several tracheotomies, surgeries, I guess, when she was young. Her mother really wished her dead, told her that often. But so she had really a messed up life. She was in love with Manson. She was saying all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how they can, do all the things that they did for him and still, have therapy. I mean, a lot of them, they would have had to have therapy while they're in jail.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they? And then they still think he's everything.
Well, there were a couple on the documentary that knew, well, had come to their senses, let's say that, about Manson. And then there was Blue and Squeaky that still Manson supporters. Squeaky, she didn't say anything too off the wall. She actually just looked like this older lady that spoke really calmly, really a passive person. You would never think she tried to assassinate President Ford.
Yeah.
Vulnerable girls gone bad. You know, they were so attracted to Charlie Manson. They all said he was very charismatic, very lovely.
I think maybe he might have just been good in the sack.
Yeah, they said that he learned in prison, you know, since his failed marriage, he learned in prison from the other guys how to woo women. And that was by playing the guitar and singing and being a bad boy. They were attracted to him because he was a bad boy. And they said he was a great lover.
Yeah.
That one woman said, she said it was magical when they made love. She had never made love like that before. And I thought, gosh, girl, you was only 14. How many times had you made love?
But they also took drugs before they did too, so
yeah,
it would have been magical.
And the Blue lady, she was sitting there, and she was saying like his being, just like when she met Charles, was like just, I don't know how she described. Basically, just she felt it all inside of her. They thought he was something magical. Two of them said when they first met Manson that he told Squeaky, he's like, oh, I know your father's kicked you out. Like, and that blew their mind that he guessed what circumstances they was going through, you know. And Blue said the same thing. She said that Manson looked at her and was like, your mother hated you because she was jealous of you. So was Charles Manson psychic, or was he just good at reading people?
No, I think it's more psycho and manipulation. Sorry, I just had to turn my audio off quickly because I sneezed. That's why I went like that.
Andrew says he was only 5'2". They call you charismatic when you're only 5'2". Andrew says.
Yeah.
Let's see. Just because you're abused is not an excuse. You have to decide to be better. Yeah, that's true. Do
you know what I like about this StreamYard? When you put people's comments up, their pictures are bigger, and it's like the first time I'm actually seeing the picture properly.
Oh, really?
Have you noticed that? Like, because they're so tiny. The pictures are so tiny when you're on a normal screen watching a channel, but when you put them up, they're quite big, so it's good. Your pretty ladies. Yeah, he was, Val. He was.
JoJo's read a lot of books about Manson. Manson was a predator, Val said. Well, Mary, quite contrary.
I agree. Hey, Mary. How you doing? Josette, my little dumpling. Hope you're well.
I think Manson thought he was brilliant or something.
Well, he did. He clearly did. He really, really had tickets on himself.
I know.
I mean, he made people do the most ultimate disgusting things for him.
You know how he says that his mom was a prostitute? I have read that is not true.
Really?
I have read that she wasn't a prostitute. She did go to prison, I believe, maybe for robbery or something. I can't remember what it was for, but I've read that that's a lie. I read that the other day.
Yeah. How's you diddling? I'm good. How are you, Jojo? Look who's musical. Wasn't he supposed to do a song with someone? Wasn't the Bee Gees, was it?
was the Beatles, I believe. Was it the Beatles or the Eagles?
It wasn't the Beatles.
He was
thought
supposed
he
to have
used to
done a song, and he went to one of the band members' houses, and they actually recorded some. And then I believe the guy kind of scammed Manson and actually used some of his music. Manson alleges. I can't remember.
Andrew will probably know. Andrew, which group was it? For some reason, was it the Beach Boys?
Beach Boys. Beach Boys.
Yeah. Oh, Cece, I remembered something.
Oh my god.
It's a miracle.
Oh my goodness. I can't remember anything unless I read it myself and I'm taking notes.
See, Brian, it's Brian Wilson. Verbal, I knew you'd remember that. I knew it.
Terry Childs, I think, owned Sharon's house. Yeah.
Have you seen those? Have you seen the?
I've seen the Beach Boys in concert.
No, I'm talking about the crime scene photos from the Sharon Tate.
Yes. Yes. Horrific. I mean, there's blood everywhere. I saw the rope, everything.
That baby would have survived. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I actually, on the documentary last night, they said that they actually thought about cutting the baby out.
Yeah.
And changed their mind. He was.
Maybe we shouldn't. We shouldn't talk about. Don't talk about it anymore. Otherwise, you're going to wreck your next stream.
I know. I'm probably going to do Manson the women probably Thursday morning, so that gives me plenty of time to take all my notes and watch it a couple times. It's like a 2-hour documentary. If you have on demand, you can find it on the Oxygen channel under their special shows they do. It's called Manson the Women.
It's probably even on YouTube somewhere, is it?
Sure on Oxygen's YouTube channel, they have little clips of it, like a bunch of little clips of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just came out like Saturday night, I believe.
Oh, is this a new one?
Yeah, it's new.
Oh, okay.
New.
Okay, cool.
This is a new one, and it interviews the women, three or four of the women that weren't involved in the murders, but were Manson family members.
See, because I've seen other interviews with some of the women before.
I can't find my notebook. Oh, it's in the bedroom. I'm going to have to get off here in a minute, Mel. I've got to fix me something to eat. I am starving.
It's not going to be chicken, is it?
No, it's going to be barbecued pulled pork. I got a bunch yesterday afternoon from this barbecue place.
So it's not rooster then?
The women they interview in the documentary.
Rooster barbecue?
If he don't straighten up, he's going to be picking it up. Country style chicken.
Yeah. Sonny, get your act together.
So it had Diane Lake. Her nickname was Snake, interviewing it. Sandra Good, nicknamed Blue. Lynette Frommy, Squeaky. Catherine Scher, which was known as Gypsy, and interviewed all of those ladies. It was really good, but like I said, it's like a 2-hour documentary. So I had to pause it and go watch 90 Day Fiance. I mean, I couldn't miss it. I love that show. Can't wait till The Walking Dead comes back.
When's that?
I don't know. Probably this October.
When does Vikings come back?
I don't know. Probably
next year?
Probably next year.
God, so long.
I know. Let's look.
I might have to go watch replays.
Before I get off here, I'm going to look at when The Walking Dead comes back on. I'm a big Walking Dead fan.
Is Fear the Walking Dead on?
I think so. I usually wait till the season's over with that and go back and binge watch it.
Yeah, I haven't watched the last couple of seasons of that. I watch like on YouTube and just get the main gist of it because it's not really like my favorite. But because it's sort of like coming up to the end, I want to watch it, so I'll probably go back and binge as well.
Now, Morgan is on Fear the Walking Dead. Morgan. Yeah. Let's
What's he doing?
see. You remember he went off the show. He had to go find himself, so he's ran into the group for Fear the Walking Dead, and he's going to bring them back to Alexandria.
Oh. All right. Shh, that's enough.
Let's see. Monday, October. See. It will hit so the new season's going to be in the UK Monday, October 7th.
Oh.
That
is so close. What's the date? 13th of August.
I don't know when the new one's coming on here. It's not saying.
Shush. Don't start, Josette. It's not my birthday.
Oh, yeah. Thought it was your birthday today.
Oh my god, that was so funny. I'm like, it's not my birthday. Happy birthday, Mel. It's not my birthday. Happy birthday, Mel.
I know. I thought it was your birthday forever.
Yeah.
I'm always getting shit mixed up, though.
That's all good. I don't care about it really anyway.
So I don't know when the hell the season's coming on here. It's like October.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Even if it's on in the UK, you can still watch it. Thank you, Josette.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Josette.
I'm a big fan. Fear was on Walking Dead should start September or October. Oh, it starts the 29th? Or no, the birthday's the 29th.
Yep. Your birthday's in 5 years, Jojo. Excellent. How can I do that?
Verbal says Fear the Walking Dead is good this season.
Oh, is it? All right.
JoJo's birthday's in 5 years, she said.
I don't blame her. It's don't worry about it, Lisa. I shouldn't have even brought it up.
Oh goodness, it's coming a storm. It's thundering.
All right, girlfriend, I'm gonna go. I hope everyone's not sick of me. Tomorrow you guys can have a meal-free day, okay? Unless Cece wants me to come on. Cece, tell them you actually asked me to.
Yeah,
so that's why I'm here.
Her to come on. She's not stalking me.
I'm not inviting myself, guys. I'm not.
All right. I love it when you're on, by the way. I don't want to do it by myself. Well, gotta get more people coming on here.
Oh, that won't start
coming on, or I'm gonna quit YouTube.
Oh. All right, guys. You heard it here. Get it together. Don't forget to do these too, please. Do it right now. You don't even have to leave the screen.
Oh, thank you. Well, guys, I'm going to sign off with Mel. Y'all have a great day. Thank you for chatting. I love y'all. Be kind, be safe, and peace.